beef and Guinness. Right, over here I've got my trusty old iron warming up. I want to get that quite hot. I'm doing this in iron. It's not particularly good, you can't see it at this moment very well, but the results are just so amazing. It's really worth me doing it. So it's a good investment, but you've got to learn how to look after them. There's plenty of information on YouTube how to look after your iron and identify it, clean it, oil it, season it, do all those things. It takes some looking after, but a pot like that will give you a lifetime of use, and it will probably give your whoever inherits it a lifetime of use as well. I'm really enjoying using that pot, and it's superb. So I'll just get on with the ingredients. You'll need some oil for frying to start with. You'll need some onion. I've got about 2 cups of onion, a cup of celery, about 2 cups of carrot. I've got a cup of parsnips, but you can use swede, rutabaga, turnip, whatever you like there. And I've got about 2 cups again of chopped up potato. I've got 3 cloves of garlic chopped up. I've got a tablespoon of tomato paste, of tomato puree, and I've got a beef stock cube. I've got round about 2 pounds of stewing beef. This particular stewing beef is brisket, but chuck is also very good, and so is shin. Shin gives you a slightly different, more gelatinous texture in the finished stew. I do like shin, but I'm finding it harder to get hold of at the moment. And these brisket joints are delicious, they're tasty, and I just chop up a brisket joint. You'll need about half a litre of water, and you'll need the crowning glory of this dish. You'll need some Guinness. I'm using Guinness draft. Alright, I'm changing my camera angle, so let me know if you like the camera angle in the comments below, please. Right, let's get this going. So first of all, you'll need something like the Scene Stealing Spoonzilla here, and you'll need some tasting spoons, of course. So while this is getting hot and it's starting to smoke, let's get some oil in the bottom, a couple of tablespoons worth of oil in the bottom, and don't mess about, get the beef straight in. And the real benefits of iron come out here because it takes hold and retains heat, and it's superb for that reason. So spread it out along the bottom, get plenty of heat into your beef. I don't trim too much of the fat off because fat is flavour, and I want to get a turn on that beef now. Get it in, as soon as it turns, you're just really getting it sealed up really at this stage. You can use this, you can serve this as a stew in its own right, or you can serve it as a pie filling, in which case it will go a lot further. Alright, there you go. How's that looking? So give that a little bit longer. Bit more oil. The reason we do this is because we like to seal off the meat, to try and seal the juices into the meat. Oops, lost a bit. That's going back in the pot. 3-second rule. If it takes you longer than 3 seconds to pick it up, throw it away. Clean top anyway. And as the meat is starting to brown, you'll see it start to catch. Now's the time to introduce the onions to it. And this is when your flavour starts to build up. We're trying to create a flavour explosion here. stir that well in. Leave it a second or two. The effect of the roots, they add a real sweetness to it. Carrot and beef go really, really well together. And of course, celery, along with carrots and onions, is the trinity of flavour. And I've got some parsnips, so I had some parsnips in my fridge which were in danger of growing a little bit old, so I've chopped them up and I'll be adding those to it. And again, they add a beautiful sweetness to it. So those are my friends in Trinidad. Carrot, swede, parsnip, turnip, they're the equivalent of your ground provisions, really, as are our potatoes, which you also use in your ground provisions. Give that a turn. Right, that's ready now. As soon as you can start to smell the onion, it's time to add your celery, carrots and parsnip. Give that another stir or two. Get that in. Have a look at that. You can tell how gorgeous that's going to taste, can't you, already, just by looking at it. How awesome is that? Alright, let's get them out of the way. All we've got left to go in now is what you see on the table. Give that another stir. Alright, that's all sealed up. I can smell the onion quite strongly, so everything else needs to go in now. So in goes the garlic, in goes the tomato paste, tomato puree, about a tablespoon. You can add a bit more if you want it, a little bit more, but it also adds a depth of flavour as well, does that. And in goes the stock cube, unless you've got any stock made up. And then pour on your water. You know what's coming next, don't you? Guinness. Guinness adds not only sweetness, it adds a caramelly kind of flavour, almost molassesy kind of flavour, and a bitterness which is unique to this dish and what makes it superb. So you've got the sweetness, you've got the bitterness, and you've got that wonderful dark umami flavour coming from the tomatoes, the onions, garlic and celery. And let's just get in the Guinness now, and you'll see the Guinness brings it up to a nice level. Keep your eye on the liquid level, because you can all the flavours in there now, so the only thing you need to add if you're adding more liquid is add a little bit more water. But let's just stir in all those ingredients to mix. Now, because it's an old iron, I can either finish cooking it on the stove here or just stick it in my oven. I'm going to... Oh, that smell of that beer, that Guinness when it hits that is just awesome. Super smell. I won't be putting in the potatoes just yet, because I don't want them really to turn to mush. I want to leave them with a little bit of texture. So I shall put those in about 45 minutes before I serve this sumptuous dish. And then we'll get back to you. I'm going to now bring that up to a boil. It needs to boil, and then once it starts boiling, turn it down to a low simmer, and you want to leave it like that for at least an hour. Alright? These will go in for the last 40 minutes. And once you've done that, you cover it. Heavy old lid that. It's designed to take coals on top of it as well. That's why it's got this lip. So cover it and let it simmer now, low simmer, for about an hour. Alright, that's been cooking for about an hour and 40 minutes. At the 1 hour stage I tipped in the potatoes, stirred them in, and then left it to simmer for another 40 minutes, round about there. I'm just mixing up about a tablespoon of corn flour with some water, and I'm going to stir that in now to thicken it. And you'll see that starts to thicken it immediately. You're going to add a little bit more cornstarch to that. Make sure you stir it up well, because you don't want the lumps forming in the stew. Let's get that in. And then give that another stir to mix, and there you go, it's thickening up really nice. The next stage now is for me to come along and taste that. Right, this is why we taste things, because what that needs is very little actually. It just needs some salt and it needs some black pepper. Loads of black pepper, you know me by now, I love my black pepper. Yeah, he does have a lot of black pepper. I'll stir that in and then taste it again, and then do my final adjustments. Let's have a go at that. Needs a bit more salt. Nice bitter taste from that Guinness, and a kind of a richness and depth that you don't get from any other beer really. I also like using a sweet English brown ale, which is rather good. The Newcastle brown ale is rather good for that. So there we have it. Beautiful stew. I'm going to just pour a bowl of that and let you see what it looks like. When you have a beautiful brown English stew, that's what you're looking for. Enjoy. Well, my dear gastronauts and friends out there, it's that time of year. Merry Christmas and happy holidays, and big shout of thanks goes out to all my viewers over the last year and couple of months that I've been broadcasting my videos, and stay by and we'll have some good stuff coming at you in 2018, not least of which will be another trip to Trinidad, and I can't wait for that. I'm going to stay for a little bit longer this time, and hopefully I'll be there at the same time as Taste of Trini herself, and we'll probably do another cook-up with Batman while we're at it, alright? So happy New Year as well, and may 2018 bring you all you would desire for you and yours. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to follow my channel, please subscribe, and be sure to click the bell icon to receive notification of all my upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.